Hey there and welcome. Today we are going to get a handle on a tense that is absolutely key for telling great stories, the past continuous. And trust me, by the end of this quick explainer, you're going to know exactly how and when to use it. So let's jump right in.
But before we do anything else, I've got a question for you. Just think about it for a second. What were you doing at 8 p.m. last night? Maybe you were watching a movie, reading a book. Whatever it was, the way you'd answer that question, well, you're already using the exact tense we're about to explore.
So, what is this past continuous tense anyway? Well, the best way to think about it is as your secret weapon for storytelling. It's what lets you really paint a picture and set the scene by describing actions that were in motion, that were actually happening in the past.
To put it really simply, the past continuous is for any action or state that was in progress at a specific moment in the past. That word ongoing is everything here. We're not talking about something that's over and done with, but something that was happening right then and there.
And you'll see it pop up in three main situations, which we're going to break down in just a second. We use it to talk about an action at a specific time, a long action that gets interrupted by a short one, and finally, two things that were happening at the same time.
Okay, so before we get into when to use it, let's talk about how to build it. And the good news, it is so simple. There's a really clear formula, and once you see it, you've pretty much got it for good.
It's really just three easy pieces. First, you grab your subject, I, you, she. Then you pop in the right past tense form of to be, so that's was or were. And you finish it off by adding ing to your main verb. Subject, was or were, and a verb with an ing. That's the whole recipe.
And here's what that looks like in action, whether you're making a statement, a negative, or asking a question. For a positive sentence, you get I was studying or they were playing. To make it negative, you just slide the word not right after was or were. She was not sleeping. Want to ask a question? Easy. You just flip the subject and the verb. Was he working? See, it's a nice clean pattern.
All right, so we know how to build it. Now for the really important part, the three key scenarios where you're actually going to use this tense. This is where all that grammar starts to come to life.
First up, we use it for an action that was in progress at a very specific time in the past. This is exactly like that question I asked at the beginning. What were you doing at 8 p.m.? You're zooming in on a single moment.
Check out this example. We're not just saying they drove. No, we're pinpointing a specific moment, yesterday at this time, to show what was happening right then. They were driving. It feels more immediate, like you're right there in the car with them.
Okay, this second one, you are going to see this one all the time. It's when you have a longer background action that gets suddenly interrupted by a shorter, faster one. We use the past continuous to describe that long background action. Just look at the structure here. The long, ongoing action, I was studying, is in the past continuous, but the short interruption, he called, is in the past simple. It's the same in the next one. She was cooking was the main event until the phone rang. So the big takeaway is that these two tenses are like a team. They often work together to tell the full story.
And our third and final key use is for describing two or maybe even more actions that were all happening at the very same time. Just think of it like two parallel stories unfolding at once in the past.
This example is just perfect for it. You have two ongoing things happening side by side. I was reading and she was listening. Both of them use the past continuous to show they were happening together. And here's a little tip. That word while is a huge clue that this might be happening.
And speaking of clues, you'll want to keep your eyes peeled for time expressions like these. Words like while and when, or phrases like at 8 p.m. yesterday or all morning, are really strong signals that the past continuous is probably what you need.
Okay, we've covered the what, the how, and the when. So now it's time to put all that new knowledge to the test and make sure it really sticks. We'll look at a couple of super common mistakes, and then it's time for a little practice round.
Let's talk about two classic mistakes. First up, forgetting the ing on the main verb. It's so easy to say I was study, but you've got to have that ing. I was studying. The other big one is mixing up was and were. Just remember, I, he, she, and it all get was. You, we, and they get were. So it has to be they were playing. All right, your turn. I'm going to put a sentence on the screen with a blank space. Take a moment, think about what should go in there, and then I'll reveal the answer. Ready for this?
Here comes the first one. I blank sleeping at 10 p.m. Is it going to be was or were?
Take a second to decide.
And the answer is was, of course. With the subject I, we always use was. I was sleeping. Great start.
Okay, number 2. She was blank dinner. We've got the verb cook. What do we need to do to it?
Yup, you got it. It's cooking. We need that ing ending. It's the magic ingredient in our formula. She was cooking dinner.
And now for the final question. This one is a bit of a boss level. It pulls everything together. We were playing when it blank to rain. What's the right form of start to use here?
And the answer is started. Yes. This is that perfect interrupted action scenario. The long action, we were playing, is in the past continuous, but that short, sudden interruption, the rain, that uses the past simple. If you got that one, you are absolutely crushing it.
And just like that, you've got this. You've officially mastered the past continuous tense. But remember, this is not just about grammar rules. It's about bringing your stories to life, making them more vivid, more descriptive. So now that you have this powerful new tool, my last question for you is this. What's the first story you're going to tell?